Hello, hello, hello everybody. And today we are playing some Euro Truck multiplayer, as you can see. Let's go in the cab because that guy's incredibly loud. So yeah, I've been away for a little while. Had some family stuff going on, so haven't been able to upload anything for a while. But hopefully going to get back into it again now. I figured I'd start with this today. It's a good game to play, one of my favourites, and the multiplayer can sometimes be quite a laugh, especially when you get some interesting drivers on the roads. So yeah, today I figured we could do a couple of runs, maybe, depending on what runs are available, maybe just one if it's quite long. Get that done and go from there. And after this I'll try and get some more stuff done for the coming weeks, months, whatever. Just try and get back into it again. But yeah, hopefully things should be a bit better for that now. So this is the truck. I just bought this the other day. It's a Mercedes Actros with the one of the Norwegian airbrush designs on it. So that looked quite nice, it went with it well. Got some lights on it. Get the engine started. Yeah, so I've got a few lights on it. Beacons, you know, the usual stuff. It's quite cool. Yeah. I've got tons of money in this account. Well, I did have tons of money in this account, but I spent most of it on trucks. It's good fun. Right, let's get on then, shall we? Let's quickly have a look and see what his businesses are in this area. We've got a Transinet down there. We could do that, left and then right. And then right again for Transinet. Let's keep moving. See what this guy's doing. Oh, and it's raining too. Fun times. So, yeah, I've not really played this game too much recently. Just a little bit over the last couple of days. Not really had time for gaming with everything that's been going on. But it's good to be getting back into it again. I'm hoping to get some more done in my Stranded Deep series. Get that a bit further along the way. And then go from there really. I've got quite a lot of new games that I want to get videos done on, and there's new stuff coming out soon as well that I'm going to hopefully hit hard, and going to try and get back into doing some live streams as well over on Twitch, which is all good. Right, let's see what we've got for this. What looks good? There is always the option of going to one of the other places, but I think we'll just go from here. What have we got? We could go to Norway. Oh, that's quite a long journey. Don't really want to be doing one that's that long. Don't really want to go to the United Kingdom either. Let's do that one. Should be a nice drive. It's, well, according to the game, it's expected on Saturday. Does it tell me? No, it doesn't seem to tell me what day it is in game. We'll take that one, I think. Why not? Oh, down the bottom there. Friday, yep. So it's going to take about a day. So yeah, this is the fun part. Reversing up. As I said, it's been a while that... Oh, too many gears. It's been a while since I played this properly. So, reversing skills are probably going to be rubbish. Not so bad when it's a truck, obviously, but when you've got a trailer to reverse a car, then things tend to get a little bit wacky. Reversing skills I'm usually pretty good with, but we'll soon see. Oh, this truck, I've got the can't remember what brake horsepower it is, but it's the top level engine, and like all the rest of the kit, like the full size chassis and all the rest of it. What he's doing there. Oh well, at least he's not right across the road. That's how most people like to park in this game. I'm playing this with Xbox One controller, by the way, so if things look a little bit jerky, that's why. Unfortunately, you don't get completely smooth motion with an Xbox One controller like you would with steering wheel and pedals. But if someone wants to send me a G27, I'm more than happy to use it. I'll try and keep things as non-jerky as possible. See if I can actually remember how to drive properly. But yeah, so we're going for a nice long drive now. 11 hours, 5 minutes. Got plenty of fuel. And I'm weaving between lanes, which is never a good thing. And hopefully we won't have any incidents on the way. Because that's just going to kill all my cash. I'm actually trying to build cash up again now, but I had something in the region of about 1 million, and then I just kept buying trucks and buying upgrades for the trucks, and yes, I was doing deliveries, but I was mostly just messing around, and so I was going through speed cameras and getting fines and having to do massive repairs because I was just smashing into everything, and it was funny and a good laugh, and I wasn't doing it to be an idiot. It was just in the course of deliveries. I was doing some convoys with friends and things. Sometimes the ping rate gets the better of you and you're a bit too close to the truck in front and braking is just not good enough. And there you go. But yeah, it cost me a lot of money and I was supposed to turn right there. Let's just do a real sneaky little U-turn right here. Oh, God, that was the wrong button. Oh, good. Sometimes the open road. And we just have to hope that none of the admins saw that. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of crashes and stuff like that, and so I ended up getting the money down quite heavily. I was spending more on runs than I was making because I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't doing it properly. Got myself down to 247. So I'm actually trying to legitimately make some money back now. I've got a few depots. Haven't hired any drivers, but I think I might do that. This is the account that I'm kind of really running with now. I've got quite a few other accounts, but they're mainly for mod testing these days, as most of them don't work where different mods have gone out of date and it's messed the game save up. So this is the one I use regularly. Always beep at people when you go past them. You get a lot of people, you'll beep at them or you'll forget and then you'll go past them and nothing. They won't do it first, they won't do it back at you. And it's, you know, it's just a game, doesn't really matter, but it's kind of rude. You know, you beep to say hi to other people in the game. It's just nice, polite. And I'm going way too fast here. So I'm going to need to back off down that a bit. I'm only supposed to be doing 60. I'm already doing 80. 80 is not too bad though. It's so much harder to keep your speed with a controller though. You put your finger right down on the trigger and you just go for it. Your steering wheel and pedals, you just put your foot down to a certain degree, and like you would in a real car, you stay at that speed. But yes, you can do that with the trigger, but you know, you don't want to do that. You want to just put your finger down straight away. Especially when you're used to playing with an Xbox One controller on an Xbox One, playing Forza and stuff, where you never bring your finger up, not even for corners. So it makes it a pain. I think I definitely will have to invest in a steering wheel and pedals. I did have one, but it's old and rubbish. I only really got it to use on the 360. It is PC compatible too, and it's kind of old, and I think most of its drivers are out of date. It doesn't work with half the games I've got, so just stopped using it. It's in a box somewhere. I definitely want to get a G27 though. I know the new G29 and the G920 have come out, but they're ridiculously expensive, and you have to pay extra just for the shifter, which is a very sneaky way of making extra cash by Logitech, but there you go. Businesses have got to make their money somehow. But the G27 is it's perfect. It's a great little wheel, you know. It's out of all the wheels out there, like the Fanatec's and the Thrustmasters, it is the budget one. But in a lot of reviews I've read, it's said to be better. I think it looks nicer than a lot of the other wheels that are out there. You know, there's some of the specialists like Ferrari and Porsche wheels, which are like, yeah, okay, they look good because they look like their real life counterparts. But I think, you know, for a gaming wheel that is a budget gaming wheel, but at the same time expensive enough to be good quality, it is probably the best you can buy. The best bang for your buck. It's definitely the one I'm looking at getting. And even though the new Logitechs are out, I think it's going to stay as a top level gaming wheel for a very long time. And I'm just weaving all over the shop here. Really need to concentrate on my driving. You can tell how long it's been. It's just terrible. Just hope no admins see me, because they'll probably think I'm being deliberately stupid and I'll get booted and then banned. Though I do know a couple of the admins, so hopefully they'll recognise the name and just go easy on me. But we've got 8 hours left of this journey, 8.5 hours. And I do realise that I moaned about how some truck drivers don't beep and it's so impolite, and then I missed a few, but I was distracted talking to you guys and completely forgot. So my apologies to those truck drivers if they're watching. I doubt they are, but if they are, just gonna drive down the middle of the road. Whoa! Didn't see him, though I am sitting really far forwards. Why am I so far forwards? Can't even see out that mirror properly. Jesus. So you never know what the protocol or etiquette is when a truck is overtaking you. Obviously if you're going slower than them, you let them overtake. And in the real world, when a truck is safely past the truck it's trying to overtake, the driver in the truck that's being overtaken will flash his headlights so that the overtaking truck can see in his mirrors that it is now safe to pull back in. It's like trucker code, and you see it all the time on motorways and that. But no one does it in the game, and I know that a lot of real truckers do play this game, but you just never see it, because unfortunately the majority of people that are on this game are kids or people who, you know, don't know these little rules of the road that truckers have. And then also you've got the thing of, do you beep someone when they're going past, like when they're overtaking you, like you would when they're coming past you? If you do, maybe they're going to think that you're moaning at them for overtaking you, or that you're saying it's safe to move in now, and then they're just crashing to the side of you because they're not right past. There's a lot of things to think about playing this game. You know, if you want to have full immersion, that is, if you don't really care, you just want to jump in the truck and drive, then do that. But you have more fun with things if you get fully immersed, I think. I think it just depends on what kind of person you are as well. Because, you know, if you don't care, if you just want to play a game, have a bit of fun, have a laugh, nothing wrong with that. Perfectly fine, go for it. If you want to go full immersion, I'm a truck driver, then yeah, maybe without the all part. Just I'm a truck driver. But yeah, it's all good. It's what these games are designed for. You immerse yourself to the level you want to be at. Again, it's easy to go full immersion if you have a steering wheel and pedals. But, you know, needs must. All you've got is an Xbox One controller, then they'll do. And I'm doing 106, 107. Wow. This thing's got some push in it. See, no reply there from him, but he might not know. He might just think I'm beeping because I'm some crazy driver who likes beeping everyone. Whoa, what the hell is this guy doing? That's the guy that just overtook me. Wow. I'm glad I've got quick reactions. You find that happening when, in real life, when you're out on the road driving, and some situation will suddenly happen. You'll be like, "Whoa!" And it's just like, oh, thank God for my quick reactions. I do have quite good reactions when it comes to things like that, like an emergency on the road, and I'm very glad about that. Is that actually a corner? Did I just slow down for a corner? I'm not sure what that is. That's a really weird junction. I thought it was a turning, but I think it was just a corner. Weird. Never seen one like that on this game before. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, quick reactions, yeah, they do help. Really, really do help. Because there's so many like just times when you're like in a game, or you know, not even just driving games, combat games I suppose would be an obvious one. You see someone come around a corner in front of you with a gun and it's like, damn, drop. Or do you run back around a corner just in time to not die? You know? Always good, we've got some flashing hazards up here. Put out a little bit. Oh god, I can't put out a little bit. Wow. Glad he wasn't partly on the road. What we got? 6.5 hours. Oh, getting a little bit all over the place again. Another truck at the side of the road, and I didn't beat that guy that went past. See, now I feel terrible. I made all that effort about moaning about people who don't beep when they go past, and I keep forgetting to do it. I'm terrible. Let's put these wipers on full time. It is raining. At least he waited. Right. Oh, we're just having a bit of a struggle up here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Right, don't need fuel. Got at least 3/4 left in that tank. So I normally use a Scania, so I'm not entirely used to this cab yet. Yeah, where are we? Oh, I can't even bring up the map while I'm travelling at speed in multiplayer. Like you can in single player. It's, you know, it's obvious why you can't do it. You can't just, like, if you're in front of a truck behind you and you suddenly pause, your truck comes to a stop, and the truck behind can't in that amount of time. Massive crash, you know. So it's obvious why, even if it is sometimes irritating. But it's not a massive deal. But, you know, compared, like, multiplayer being compared to single player, there's a lot of goods and there's a lot of bads. One of the bads, you get a lot of idiots, unfortunately. They tend to try and ruin things because either they're attention seeking or they just like ruining other people's lives. God knows why. But, you know, there are a lot of good things. It's a good laugh to be driving, even if it is illegally like I'm doing right now. It's a good laugh to be driving along and think, you know, driving through what is their version of Europe and doing it in convoys, and that is a good laugh. And then, or just seeing random people on the road, or even friends on the road. You know, you head out of Germany in for Switzerland, say, and on the road you go past one of your friends and you have a little honk. It's a good laugh. And there's a lot of positives to this game like that. It's a very fun game to play. And yes, there are negatives, like speeding offences. No, you get those in single player too, but there are negatives to any game. What determines if the game is worth playing is if there are more positives than there are negatives. And with this game, there are a lot more. The developers, although they bring out updates slowly, they work as a very good tight-knit group. There are a lot less of them than there are for other major games, and this is a major game. You know, a lot of people out there will probably be like, oh, I've never heard of that, what is it? But it is a big game, a big name game. And the development team is very, very small. So it takes them time to get updates done, but they take their time and they get it done in a quality way. You never get a bad update on ETS2. You get other games and you get an update and it's like, that was alright, but it didn't really add too much, or the update broke the game. Oh, this doesn't work now, that doesn't work now. And every single update is followed by a bug fix update. Like Minecraft and GTA, and every time there's an update, it breaks something. So a week later there's a bug fix, and then a couple of weeks after there's another bug fix, and there's like 3 or 4 bug fix updates before they can even think about creating what's going to be the next update. And yeah, okay, coding and creating game stuff is not an easy job, and sometimes bugs can get in, and that's fair enough. But with ETS, it's very rare that you get a bug fix update. It is always just a content update. And it might be a month or 2 until the next one, but when the next one comes, it is quality, and it doesn't break the game. Sometimes, yes, it breaks mods, but the majority of the mods seem to be lasting these days, since they updated all of their sort of background systems and the behind-the-scenes parts of the games, and they've really sort of tooled it up, and mods tend not to break. Like, once they get very, very old, I mean, this is multiplayer at the moment is running on 1.20. They've just recently released 1.21. So 1.20 is still in the new updates. Then a lot of the mods from like 1.17 still work. Once you start getting back before 1.16, 1.15, then yeah, a lot of that stuff won't work. Some stuff still does, which is good, but a lot tends to be broken, and stuff that's that old, unless it's been constantly updated with all of the latest updates over time, then it means it's just been forgotten about or replaced with something else. But yeah, the majority of stuff tends to keep working. It's only occasionally that our mod will break. So, you know, this is a very high quality game, in that every update, though takes time, is very good, brings some very high quality content, and doesn't break the game, you know. So yeah, it's a great game, lots of positives. It's definitely worth a look. I've probably made it seem really boring with me just droning on and on about rubbish and doing this really crazy drive where I'm speeding loads and I'm all over the shop, but you know, that's just me, crazy old me getting back into it. But it is definitely worth a buy. I would definitely suggest getting a controller of some type. I know someone who used to play this with a joystick, like a proper like flight sim style joystick, and it's doable, if a little strange. You probably want something like an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One controller, or one of the random controllers out there like made by Mad Cats and people like that. But if you can, definitely get a steering wheel and pedals, and I definitely highly recommend the G27, and that was some lag. But yeah, so that's probably your ideal setup, G27, and this game will actually run on fairly low level machines as well, so you don't even need the latest hardware, it will run nicely. I think I'm running mine on high at the moment. I don't know, it look great, to be honest. I don't know why it doesn't look great. It might have changed the settings. But, yeah, you know, even on, like, normal, this game looks really amazing. And plays perfectly well. So, definitely one to get. And one to watch for the future. Because it's going to be huge. And obviously then you've got the new stuff coming out soon. They're supposed to be working on a game called Coach Sim, SCS, the people that make this. And it's basically supposed to be the same thing, but with coaches, buses, picking up passengers, taking them to different destinations. There was a mod for ETS2 a little while back where you could replace your cargo. Oh, that's what I mean about good reactions. You could replace your cargo with passengers and bring in a coach as a mod, which was a good laugh. But it's supposed to be a good game, and they're going to be using the same game map to play it. And it was I can't remember what update it was, something like 117, 118. They started putting all these bus stops and bus stations all around this different cities in the ETS2 map to prepare for it. I don't know if it was going to be, well, it was going to use the same map and the same game world basically. I don't know what multiplayer was going to, whether it was going to link the two together or if they were even going to do a multiplayer for it. This multiplayer I'm on at the moment, by the way, is made by a third party. It's got nothing to do with the actual creators of the game, but I think they do support it. I think they have plans to make their own multiplayer at some point, but it's not a priority right now because this one is fine. But yeah, I don't know if they were going to even think about doing a multiplayer for the coach one as well and bring them both together in that respect. I think all they were really focusing on was a single player aspect to begin with. But then on top of that, you've got American Truck Simulator, which is their new truck simulator based in America, as the title would suggest. So I think it's starting with just California, but even that's still going to be a huge map. And that's a major lag right there. I guess because of that crash and all those people. When you get a lot of people in the same area in this game, it tends to make things go really, really laggy. Let's have a look quickly. Okay. There we go, that's finally working. Yeah, a lot of people have just come up on me and the lag got worse. What am I doing? Yeah, there's quite a few people around. So, just have to keep an eye on that. It's not usually that bad though. I mean, it gets like this when you get into Rotterdam, because there's like hundreds of people in Rotterdam. It's not normally this bad out on the road though, when there's just a few people around. One of these guys must have really bad ping or something. It's just messing the server up. But that is really horrible, and I really can't stand that. I may pull over in a minute just to let these guys go away. But yeah, as I was saying, so American Truck Simulator is coming out soon. We're starting off with California, and they're supposed to be expanding on that. Eventually bring, you know, they've got 49, sorry, 49 other states that they can then use as DLC and, you know, go from there. So it's slated to be a really good game, although the little videos and stuff they've put out on it have made it look a bit, well, it looks good, but the videos themselves are a little bit rubbish, and so it doesn't really tell you much. You know, it makes you think, oh, okay, so they're not showing us anything. But they did do a couple of little quick gameplay videos, and it does look spectacular. And yeah, it's going to be a good game, I think. And they've released screenshots of the trucks they've been doing. A couple of streamers who are more dedicated to the ETS2 world have been allowed to go and see the development, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it just looks like it's coming together to be a really great little game. And I think in time there's going to be some kind of collaboration between the two. It might even be that they'll combine them into one game in the future, and it'll just be World Truck Simulator. They've changed their sort of their main central website that holds all these games to, and they've called it World of Trucks. So I think their eventual goal is the world. Obviously then you've got third-party content, mods and such. I'm surprised no one's done an America mod already, to be honest. Everyone's sort of just focused on filling in extra parts of Europe, Africa, Russia. Places like that have been sort of filled in, and then you've got random maps that people have made, like that complicated roads map was hilarious fun. Just sort of random maps that are not meant to be anywhere but have just been created for a bit of a laugh, or you know, to be serious, but are just you know, fictional country or whatever. But I'm thinking a lot of people, there's quite a lot of content creators out there for ETS, and I'm thinking that a lot of them are probably going to hit American Truck Simulator hard when it comes out. And you're going to have things like the rest of the states being created by these content creators. There's been talk of people doing things like Canada, Mexico, down below the border, because California, the first logical places to go would be to fill in the surrounding states and then go south down into Mexico. So there's been talk about these kind of things. I suppose it's just have to wait and see, and when it comes out, see what mods are created. Probably straight away the day it comes out. And I think the guys who have done this multiplayer, they've said that as soon as it comes out, they're going to be bringing a multiplayer up for it. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think that they already got the base code, whatever, for the game from SCS, so that they could start making a multiplayer server. But I'm not sure on that. I think I heard it as a rumour somewhere, but again, don't quote me, because it might just be rubbish. But I know that they definitely want to make a multiplayer for it as soon as it's out, which would be really great, especially with the scenery that's been created for that game. It's going to be incredible. Just all these trucks driving down like the coast of California together in big old convoys with the beautiful sunsets on the beaches. It's going to be pretty incredible. But yeah, I've had a really terrible drive here. I've not been focusing at all, and so it looks terrible. For the next time I will try and drive a little better and concentrate a bit more, but still entertain you guys with my random chit chat. But yeah, we're coming up on our destination now, so you're going to get to see my really awesome driving skills, he said with sarcasm dripping off of his words. But yeah, again, this is just a very quality game. You can see by the interiors, and one of the new updates that's coming out soon is going to be new interior modifications, like in-game ones, non-third party. So the actual game itself will have cabin modifications you can do now, because we've only been able to do that with mods so far. There's been no in-game, in-cab modifications. Hello there, Rico Lexi. Now, are you picking up a trailer, or are you just sat there and have gone for your dinner or something? I'll give that person a minute. But yeah, so there's a lot of new updates coming out for it that are going to be awesome. Loads of mods all the time. ATS is going to be great. Basically, the whole trucking franchise by SCS is something to keep your eyes on. It's worth getting, worth playing, worth keeping a look on, and I love it. It's brilliant. Right, I'm going to try and park. I don't know what this guy's doing, but it's a no collision zone anyway, so I can just drive through it. I'm going to make my job any easier. But there you go, that's life, I guess. Do it in reverse one. See where I'm parking, which is just left and there. I think I've already overcooked it in a big way. Oh that truck there is really off-putting. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I can't... It's not in properly, but it'll do for now. Right, let's show results now. Yeah, so that's not a bad run. Just going to quickly take a screenshot of that. Yeah, so it's not too bad. You can see I'm quite a high rank Divine Champion. That's me. Oh yeah. No, that was all modded, because originally this was supposed to be another mod test, so I modded the save so that I was a high enough rank to have all parts unlocked, and I had enough cash so that I could buy any bits I needed, because originally most of the mods, they'd come out just as mods. Now all mods tend to set it so that they can be unlocked at the lowest levels, and they usually cost like in-game like 1 credit, so, or €1 or $1 or whatever currency you're using, to make it so that you can just download the mods and use them, so you don't have to keep worrying about getting cash and XP in game, which is more handy. But as I said, back when I was first doing mods, didn't have that luxury, so you had to go and mod your game save too. So yeah, I think I had something like 1 million or a couple million when I started, and so it's taken me some time, like probably like the better part of a year, to get down to 240 grand with all the different like fines and penalties I've had. But that was a damn good run. I like that run. A couple of scary near misses, but yeah, it was a good run. So yeah, this is, as I said, this is definitely a game that's worth keeping an eye on. I will definitely keep playing it. I'll do some more videos where I drive properly and talk about interesting things. Don't bore you all. It's, as well as doing a few other games that I've got coming up soon. If you have any thoughts, comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you like what you see, then please click that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Hope you had fun. It was certainly fun for me, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.